Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for joining me on the latest episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. This is a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, card games, and many more cool things I find to be in the same realm of business and creative ventures. Like always, first and foremost, a huge thank goes to my Patreon supporters. Without your generous and continuous monthly donations, I would not be able to continue making I'm Gaming Podcast, so a big thanks to all of you. Everyone else, please check out my Patreon supporters in the description below. Now, this is episode 255, and it comes right after the Video Game Awards, or the Game Awards that took place on December 12th. There been some big winners, some not so big winners, but the really important thing I kind of got from the whole process is that once again I have no doubt that the potential and the market for card games is enormous. Why? Because of Balatro. It is kind of a roguelike deck building title that came out this year, and it really got a great reception, and it really got a lot of recognition on the game or in the Game Awards, where it got several of its kind of art and achievement awards, where clearly it just doesn't resonate with the kind of broader audience, but also with the people who are kind of in the top of the critic or game-based, industry-based circles around video game development. Why? Well, it got the Best Independent Game award and it got Best Indie Debut Game. Both of those awards kind of went to the artwork and the business venture of Balatro, and it shows that even really simple concept, because Balatro is a really simple game on the surface, can get a lot of play. Now, it's not exactly breaking news that card games are popular in real life and in the digital sphere, but we still kind of get those long periods where we don't have any kind of major card games in the video game development process or the market itself. Right now, I don't know that there are any kind of card games being developed. I'm not certain what would be the best or biggest card game apart from Marvel Snap that is presently on the market, apart from Balatro, but it plays on a different kind of card, pun intended, than a game like, let's say, Hearthstone or Marvel Snap, which are piggybacking on already existing massive, basically, franchises or IPs. In this case, Balatro is taking it from the start. It's basically poker themed, and because of that, it managed to reach an audience that's already interested in some shape or form in poker, not actual poker players, but they're familiar with the concept, and managed to kind of expand in the same space. That's a really valuable concept and element, something that is really useful to anyone developing games, anyone thinking about making video games with a kind of card theme or card mechanic, because there is clearly a lot of space to succeed in that environment, in that niche, and of course it's necessary to be really good, but there are not enough development processes or development concepts that utilize the same gameplay mechanic. So I would advise you to think about it, and think about it outside of the box in a more basic manner. Not every card game that is complex and kind of engaging, it doesn't have to be something that is fantasy based or narratively based or connected to some kind of expanding lore, like in the case of other card games, Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone, like I said, Marvel Snap. They're all using a previous IP to kind of build into it. You can build from scratch like Balatro did, and clearly found a lot of success. So I think that's a really cool example of what is possible to be done with card games. So check out Balatro and let me know. Did you play it? Did you try it? Do you like it? I would love to hear from you. That's all for this episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like to support me, there are several ways how you can do that. You can check out my Patreon page. You can become my channel member on YouTube right here, or you can check out my books on Amazon. Any of them, if you consider buying it, that would be awesome. But the cheapest, easiest, fastest way to support me is to subscribe to my channel and be here for my new videos. That's all from me. Thanks again for listening. Thanks again for being here. Have a great day, have a great week, and I'll talk to you precisely 7 days from now. Until then, bye bye.